Right. Whatever. So last week we discussed the Python question of the 2020. So this is the ninth question, the year diagram question. So they have given you a small description regarding the sport club, and they say that consider the following description relating details of a players attached to different sports clubs. A player always belongs to a sport club, and he/she can be identified uniquely by an IC number. Further, a player has name which consists of surname and an initial. Now this is a direct point or a hint saying that name is going to be a composite one. Name which consists of surname and initials. Right? A club which is uniquely identified by its name can have many players. A player can play games. Each game is, in this context, is given a unique code and a description. A player can play more than one game, and each game is played by at least one player. Right? So, by considering these things, this is going to be your ER diagram for the very first part. මෙන්න මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ පොඩි වැරද්දක් කරලා තියෙනවා මේ parts mark කරලා තියෙන විදිහ වැරදි මම ඒක චුට්ටක් හරියට ගන්නම් මෙතනදී so for the first part first part එක වෙන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ ටික මේ ටික තමයි number 1 වලට අයිති වෙන්නේ right sponsor ගැනත් කියලා තියෙනවද no sponsor ගේ කතාව වෙන්නේ පස්සෙන් කරදෙන විදිහට yes so first part එකට ඔය ටික තියෙන්න ඕනේ එතකොට මේ හැමෝම strong entities player strong entity එක sport club එක strong entity එක game එක strong entity එක ඒ වගේ relationships තියෙනවා attaches place right then the card entities thank you oh online ලබා විනාඩියක් ඉඳලා oh yeah Yeah, certainly. right. එතකොට ළමයි බලන්න ඔය ටික තියෙන මෙතන name composite වෙලා initial surname කියලා දෙන්න ඕනේ. NIC එක underline වෙලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Sport club එකේ name must be underlined and game code and description code must be underlined. And the cardinalities, player side M, sport club side 1. And this is player side N, game side M. Right? So those should be there. And in the second part, what they are saying is extend the ER diagram in above 1 to include the number of hours played by each player for each game. So that is the one which mark as the second over here, right? This is the place where you are going to have the hours. So it's a descriptive attribute. So that's the second part. And the third part is talking about the sponsor. So when it comes to the sponsor, sponsor is a strong entity, not a weak entity. And it has a title as the primary key, and player take as 1 and sponsor take as 1 in the cardinalities. It has a relationship called has. A part එකට තමයි මෙයා තමයි තුන්වෙනි part එකට දාලා කියලා. Right? So that is how the ER diagram is. ER diagram has happened. So online aya clear the වැඩේ? Right. So let's see how the marks are allocated here. Yes. They say 1 mark for sport club or the club entity with the primary key, and 1 mark for game entity with code and description attributes, where the code has marked as the primary key, and 1 mark for sponsor entity with title attribute marked as the primary key, and 1 mark for the player entity with NIC and the name attributes, and the NIC marked as the primary key, and 1 mark for the composite attribute name, which is consist of 2 things, surname and initials. And there are more. 1 mark for hours attribute in players place relationship. 1 mark for attaches relationship or any meaningful word. And 1 mark for place relationship. And 1 mark for has relationship. Yeah, like when it comes to the relationships, they talked about the relational symbol and the cardinality. So the diamond shape එක තියෙන්නත් ඕනේ 1 to 1 1 to many කියන එක හරියටම හරියන්නත් ඕනේ. එහෙම හරියට තමයි ඔයාලට ලකුණු ටික හම්බ වෙන්නේ. Right, and the final one is for the completeness. Spelling non-display of additional incorrect content. Right, the spelling හරි නම් අමතර දේවල් දාලා නැත්තම් තමයි මේ අන්තිම එක එන්නේ. කියන්නේ උඩ කියන එක ඔක්කොම හරි ගිහිල්ලා අමතර දේවලුත් නැතුව spellings උත් හරියට තියෙනවා නම් so you can have the other 1 mark. So how many marks together? 10 marks. Right? So it's a 10 mark question. Right? So the part B. They are asking write an SQL. Write an SQL statement to display the number of players who won gold medals. So here they have given right. So here they have given a particular table, so which is called the winner table. Right, which we call the winner table. And the winner table contains NIC, match ID, medal type, and the price. There's a fixed amount of prize money given to each medal type. A gold medal has 20,000, a silver medal has 10,000, a bronze medal has 5,000. So here they have given the things in this one. So the first one is asking write an SQL statement to display the number of players who won gold medals. Right, so you can go with these kind of answers. Select, count. They have given asterisk as well. From winner where medal type equals gold, right? So මෙතන මේ asterisk එක වෙනුවට you can use any particular one. මෙහෙම කතාවක් කියලා තියෙනවා ඒක එහෙම කියන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. මම හිතන්නේ although not perfect, the use of valid field name from the winner table is acceptable as a replacement of asterisk in above. Semicolon is not essential for credit. Yes. So like somehow they have given 1 mark. ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ use කරලා තියෙනවා මෙතනදී මේ asterisk mark එක count කරලා. අපි සාමාන්‍ය පොදුවේ count කියලා to write some particular field. Right? ඒක ලිව්වමත් හරි දෙන්න කියලා මෙතන කියලා තියෙනවා. but මේගොල්ලෝ මේ asterisk එක practice කරලා තියෙන නිසා පොඩ්ඩක් ඒකත් ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න. හරි. So asterisk දැම්මමත් සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ like it counts number of records, right? So if you have gone like that, then you are getting 1 marks for that. Then in the second part it is saying in which normal form does the above table exist. Yeah, so the clues that we can take, we don't have unwanted columns are being repeated, right? And all the data in atomic manner, so 1NF is qualified, right? It is qualified, right? Then they say consider the primary key of the winner table as NIC and match ID. So if these two are considered to be the primary key, to be qualified as a second normal form, these columns or the fields should fully depend on the primary key. But yeah, so if you take the medal type, the silver and the prize, this is given for a particular player for a particular match. This particular medal is given. That medal has a price of this particular time, right? So these two are depending on the primary key fully, right? Because it is regarding a particular player regarding a particular match. What is the medal type he won? Like what is the price that he has taken? What is the problem? What is the problem? Yes, it's a problem. Like is it cheap? What's happened? Oh, I don't want to. It's okay, Zuzu. It's okay. Were you painting? You go and wash the liquor and have a shopping. Right, so that means medal type and the price are depending on the primary key fully, right? And that means 2NF is qualified. No partial dependencies or no null dependencies here. Then, to qualify it as a third normal form, transitive dependency should not be there, right? But when it comes to the metal type and price, we can find a transitive dependency. Look at this. Silver medal has a 10,000 of price. So everywhere you can find the silver, it is 10,000. Everywhere you can find the gold, it is 20,000. Everywhere you can, not everywhere, the place you can find the bronze, it is 5,000. So this relationship means a transitive dependency. Non-primary key attribute depends on another primary key attribute. So it's only in the second normal form. It's not qualified for third normal form. Right? So the justification should be given accordingly. Right? So it's going to be like this. It says 1 mark for any one of the following 2NF. Either 2NF or first NF and the second NF. You can have 1 mark. And justification should be given like this. All the non-key attributes are fully functionally depend on the primary key. No partial dependence or no partial dependencies. Right? ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක ඇති කියලා අරගෙන තියෙනවා. ඔයාලට කුලී ලියනකොට ලියන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි අපි පුරුදු වෙලා තියෙන විදිහට. Right? So you can say why it is 1NF and then you can say why it is 2NF. Right? So no what unwanted repetition of columns and no atomic all the data in atomic form, so it is qualified as a 1NF. And all the non-key attributes are fully functional depend on the primary key, so it is 2NF, right? So somehow if you got this argument, you will be given another mark. So 2 marks for the second part. Then they are asking you to convert that into the next normal form. So this is the way you are going to convert that. Winner and match ID with metal type. And metal type, they consider the metal type as the primary key. So the in the B column, in the new table, metal type and price is there. Right? So if you are getting it like that, then you can take 2 marks to close that question. Right? So see how much you got out of 15 out of 15. Online clear the questions තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න, right? Right. So the last question, the 10th one, context diagram. Yeah, just see whether you got this correctly. It's about the letter which is they are trying to took like a post or register post letter, that system. That question was very clear, right? So question එක දෙනකොටත් ඒක කැලි තුනකට බෙදලා දීලා තිබුණේ. Determining postage, issuing stamp and registering letter, right? ඔය තුන් දෙනකනේ. ඔයගලන්ට level 1 එකකට හරි ලේසි කරලා දීලා තියෙනවා. Processors තුන වෙන වෙනම දීලා තියෙනවා. So you only need to go with the things, right? So the underline words is sufficient. Right, so just see whether you got the context diagram correctly, and in case if you are not getting any one of these things, Just let me know, I will explain it. Online ඉන්න අය කවුද මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ කරලා තියෙන්නේ? Okay. Nalini, just go through and check whether you got it correctly. Yes, Nalini, we can. The letter details plus stamp details. एक इनमें हम බලන්න. ලලින්දී උඩ එක ලිව්වේ කොහොමද? හතරවෙනි එක ලිව්වේ කොහොමද? Stamp details plus balance amount කියලාද? දුවා මට ෆොටෝ එකක් එවන්නකෝ. මම එතකොට බලන්නට අක්කා. Yes. Oh. කමක් නැහැ වලින්දී. ඒකෙම යන්න පුළුවන්. Right, but මේගොල්ලන්ගේ අර nature එක චුට්ටක් identify කරගන්න ඕනේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ දෙක විදිහට අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ. The stamped letter කිව්වම we can have the idea. Right. Okay, so see how they have given you the marks. 1 mark for the letter registration system high level process and 1 mark for the customer external entity. 2 marks for correctly labeled data flow with proper directions. 2 marks for C are given in as follows. If all 6 data flows correct, give the full 2 marks. Yes. If 3 to 5, only 1 mark. Right. So less than 3, you won't be getting any marks. Right. එතකොට ලලින්දිගේ එකේ අර එකක් මගහැරලා තියෙනවනේ නේද? එහෙම නැත්නම් එක ලකුණක් තමයි එතන දෙන්නේ. Right, so all together you can have 3 marks for this. මම හිතුවා ඉන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. මේක කළා. මේ සතියේ Python එකට පස්සේ තිබ්බ දෙක දෙකම කරලාද? මොකක්ද එකක්වත් දෙක එකක්වත් කරලාද? එකම කරන්නේ. අන්න මේක කරපු අයට මේක කියලා දෙන්න තමයි තාම අලුත් එක්ක කරන්නේ. චාර්ජර් ගහන්න තුතර මේ ගිහින් මම මේක කරනකන් ගිහින් चार्ज लगा फोन है हाँ आईफोन चार्ज है Right. So the level one. Right. නලින්දි බලන්න level 1 එක process තුනක් set කරගෙන තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So it's 1.0 registration counter, determine postage. අර data මේ customer ඉඳලා එන data lines ඔක්කොම කලින් එකේ දාපු ඒ කියන්නේ context diagram එකේ තිබ්බේවා වෙන්න ඕනේ. If they are talking about postage table, weight and postage. Weight should be given to the postage table and postage should be taken from the postage table. So the postage table a postage data store it should be a D1. D1 make a digital system කියලා නම් නැහැ. So D1 නැතුව M1 ගත්තත් ගැටලුවක් නැහැ කියලායි මගේ නම් අදහස. බලමු ඒ කියලා තියෙනවා. ලලිත මේ ටික ක්ලියර්ද? පින් එක කරලා නැහැ. Right. Okay, then the last one is going to be like this. This registration register is optional. ඒක තිබ්බත් නැතත් ඔයාලා ලකුණු ටික හම්බ වෙනවා. Right. Okay, marks are given like this. 1 mark for the determining postage process, 1 mark for the issue stamp process, 1 mark for the register letter process, 1 mark for the postage table data store. Linking it with the determine postage process. Excuse me. Yes. Notes වල කියලා තියෙනවා අර data store ID එක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඒක නිසා manual ගත්ත visual ගත්ත අවුලක් නැහැ. Right, they should be unique. Right, so no worries. So likewise, it gives you 5 marks. Lalinde හරිනම් කියන්න. Right. Okay. Then yes. Yes, the second one says list 3 significant reasons why requirement analysis is important for the COTS project 2. Right? So කියන්නේ COTS එකකට requirement analysis එකයි වැදගත් වෙන්න කියන එක. Right? So COTS means commercial off the shelves. Right? So it should be like it is something that we purchase from the market, which is not custom made one. Even though it is a custom made one, we need to have the specific analysis, right? Otherwise, we won't be able to what identify the gap in between the specific system that we are going to purchase and the business process of our organization, right? අපි වැඩ කරන විදිහයි සිස්ටම් එකේ තියෙන ෆ්ලෝ වෙන විදිහයි මොන වගේද කියලා අපිට ෆිගර් අවුට් කරගන්න බැරි වෙනවා රික්වයර්මන්ට් ඇනාලිසිස් එකක් නොකරොත්, right? So that should be done, right? So these kind of answers can be given just to see whether you have got the idea. You know, ලියා ගන්න ඕන නම් විනාඩියක් විතර අරගෙන ලියා ගන්න වෙනවා. So we will be calculation. See that? Right. දැන් ඉතින් තව points තියෙනවා. දුව ලියා ගන්නවද? නැත්නම් දුව තව තියනවද reference ගන්න? All right, great. Okay, so the final one says write down the labels from A to G of all the functional requirements. So they have given you the functional requirements, some list, and over here. So they are asking list down what are the functional requirements out of this. So A, C, and E, right? They have taken as functional. Right, teaching materials and the learning contents upload to the system shall only be allowed to the teacher assigned to that particular learning session. Yeah, so that's a functional. And it says the system shall be available for user access at least of 99.9 of the time. Yeah, since it is given a limitation, this is non-functional. Right? Then it says the access history for each student's learning activity participation or content used within the course must be maintained as a report to be yes, it is functional. And the system should be easy to work with after 1 hour of training. 1 hour of training, the limitation, so it is non-functional. At the end of each learning session, the student must be provided with an option to ask questions from the teacher. Yes, that is functional. The system should respond to any user request within 2000 milliseconds. 2000 milliseconds, non-functional. the system should be able to serve a minimum of 200 concurrent users. 200 concurrent users, a limitation, again non-functional. Right, so the answers are going to be A, C, and E. Third one is asking what is the most appropriate testing strategy for your team to evaluate the selected COTS software system for the identified requirement. So if it is a COTS one, what we can do is we can use a black box testing strategy, right? So that should be the answer. And user acceptance test, system test can also be accepted if you are given the answer like that. So marks are given like this. For the previous one, if all three are correct, 2 marks. If you are given the black box testing or user acceptance test or system test, then again a 1 mark. See how much you got out of 15. Total marks 400. Okay, that's great. Narindi, well done. Anikatya? Right, Mindy. That's good. That's good. Very good. Keep it up. Right, and meanwhile, mark this 2021. Here. 729. Online අය මාක් කරලා මට numbers ටික එවන්න. 38. 40, 41, 44. Okay. 40. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එක කියන්න එතකොට අහයි. 44, 42, 42, 48, 33. එච්චර I can get බලන්න. Katila. Oh, that's good, Katila. 12, 19, 38, 43. 12, 12, 19, 12, 19, 38, 43. 43. Go on. 45, 41. Good. What are you 41. Sorry. 47, 38, 38, 30, 30, 29, 8, 8, 8. Do we have something? 30. 27. You know, 12, 19, 25, 34, 35, 24. Right. These are 15, 17, 18. 18, 27, 28, 32. 32, 33, 34, 35, 45, 49, 50. Yes. Minidi? Mogadate. Right. 44, 45, 41. 32, 25, 38, 33, 25, 38. Right. Right. Good. Good. Okay. Right. So let's start this. So the first one you have asked is the 8th, right? So that means the next page. 8. Yes. Yes, the 8th one. So it says a particular command can be used to output the values of every byte in a file. A particular command can be used to output the values of every byte in a file in a decimal format. Assume the file contains the following text. Love trees. So here are like you have to figure out there are like spaces and exclamation marks inside here, right? Love trees. Referring the two nodes, 1 and 2 given below. Select the correct output that will result when the set command is run on that file. Right? So the file එක තියෙන්නේ what? Only this thing. So it starts from capital L, ends with the exclamation mark. So you only need to figure out what type of fields that you are going to go with. Space එක capture කරන්න. Then මේක ඊට පස්සේ නිකන් නේද? අල්ලගන්න තියෙන්නේ. Capital L starts from 76. So the answers which are not starting from 76 is ignored. Right? So මේ තුන් දෙනා 76 වලින් ඉන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ තියෙන patterns තුන් දෙනාගේ මේකම විදිහට යන්නේ 111 118 101. Here they have used 32 and here they have used 116. So like This is L, this is O, this is V, this is E. And then there should be a space. Space means 32. So the 32 නෙමෙයි මෙතන 116 කියන එක නිසා එයා මෙතනින් disqualify වෙනවා. So 32, 116, 114, 101, 101, 115. Here they got 10, here they got 33. So like this goes with T R E E S, then exclamation. Then you should have the line feed character. Line feed character එක පාවිච්චි වෙන්නේ කියලා තියෙනවා question එකේ. It sets the end. So it should end with the 10. So exclamation mark gives you the 33. So මෙතන මෙයා 10 අරගෙන තියෙනවා. ඒක නිසා මේක වැරදි. So the correct answer is going to be the third one. There. Then මේක වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිහක් තමයි, you have to remember the ASCII characters are staying in an order here. Right? So letter එකකට මොකක් හරි කියන්නේ දැන් A අකුරට දුන්නොත් 100 කියලා, B කියන්නේ 101. Right? C කියන්නේ 102. හරි, ඒ ASCII වල method දෙක characters හැදෙනවා. Capital A දුන්නොත් capital A 50ක් දුන්නොත් capital B කියන්නේ 51. Right? එතකොට ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ ප්‍රශ්නෙම දෙන්න පුළුවන් ඔය ස්පෙෂල් කැරක්ටර්ස් ටික විතරක් දීලා. ඒ කියන්නේ right? දැන් මෙන්න මේ line feed space exclamation කියලා පාර්ට් එක දෙනවා. A දීලා ඔයාට කියනවා capital A එකට පටන් ගන්න 50න්, simple A එක පටන් ගන්න 100න්. කියලා ඔයාට කියනවා අර වගේ වචනයක් දීලා හදන්න. right? ඒත් ඔයා මේකෙන් match කරගන්න ඕනේ how capital B, how capital C is going to go. මෙතනින් match කරගන්න ඕනේ simple B, simple C කොහමද යන්නේ. මෙයා 100 නම් මෙයා 101, මෙයා 102. likewise. හරි. ඒතර එහෙම තැනකට ගේන්න පුළුවන් මේ question. right? ඒවට පොඩ්ඩක් ලෑස්ති වෙලා ඉන්න. Right. Then it's 12. Right. දැන් මේ තියෙන්නේ අපි අර කලින් සැරේ paper එකේ නේද? structured එකේ හරි essay එකේ හරි experience කරපු තැන. Right. The block size of a disk is 4 KB. A portion of its file allocation table at a particular time is shown below. The portion shown given the blocks of the myprogram.py file as well. The last block of the file is indicated by -1. Last block is -1 will indicate when. The directory entry of a file contains the block number of the first block of the file. Which of the following gives the directory entry for the myprogram.py file and the disk space allocated for the myprogram.py file respectively? So they have clearly said the directory entry of the file contains the block number of the first block of the file. Again, file එක start කරන first block එක. Right? ඊට පස්සේ මේගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙනවා final block එක -1 වලින් තමයි indicate කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So දැන් directory entry එකේ තියෙන එකයි file එකේ size එකයි තමයි මේගොල්ලෝ අහන්නේ. So they have said block size is 4 kilobytes. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ එක block එක 4 kilobyte ලොකුයි. Right? So if they say this is the myprogram.py මේ file allocation table එකේ තියෙනවා කියලා, ඒ කියන්නේ මේ තුන් දෙනා තමයි myprogram.py කියන file එකට පාවිච්චි වෙන blocks තුන. Right? So that means clearly the size is going to be 12 KB. 4 KB into 3. Right? So how we are going to find the starting block? Right? So starting block එක කියලා කියන්නේ directory entry එකේ තියෙන block එක මොකක්ද කියලා ඔයා හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. මේ directory entry එකේ starting block එක මොකක්ද කියලා හොයාගන්න. So where we can start is the from the end. -1 indicating the last block. That means 101 is the last block. 101 වලට එන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ it's from here. That means from the 100th block. 100th block එකට එන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ it's from here. That means 103rd block. 103rd block එකට කොහෙන්වත් එන්න කියලා නැහැ. එයා තමයි මේ first block එක නැත්නම් directory entry එකේ තියෙන block එක වෙන්නේ. Right? So 103 is going to be the directory entry block. So you can take fourth one as the answer. Clear? Right. Then 15th. Which of the following could be used to digitally represent analog signals? Yeah. Digitally represents the analog signals. Now, attenuation is called, it is not a representation. Attenuation, distortion, and synchronization. Those are not the the signal representations, right? Attenuation කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඔයාගේ signal එක පටන් ගන්නකොට එක strength එකකින් එනවා. ඒක media එක දිගේ යනකොට මේ විදිහට පොඩි වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ එයාගේ strength එක අඩු වෙනවා. That is what you call attenuation. Right? Distort වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඔයාගේ signal එක original side එකේ මෙහෙමනම් receiving side එකේදී මෙයා වෙන signal එකක් බවට පත් වෙනවා. ඒක තමයි distort වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ. Right? Synchronization කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Sender ගේ side එකෙන් යවන හැම data එකක්ම receiver ගේ side එකට receive වෙනවාද කියන එක certify කරගන්න process එක. Right? එතකොට මේ තුන් දෙනාගේ එක්කෙනෙක්වත් මේ කියන එක satisfy කරන්නේ නැහැ. Digitally represent an analog signal? No, they don't. මේ pulse code modulation කියලා කියන්නේ ඔතනදී pulse code modulation තමයි ඔයගලන්ට යන්න තියෙන උත්තරේ. Digitally representation of analog signal. Yes. Pulse code modulation වල වෙන්නේ එයා පොඩ්ඩක් අපේ syllabus එකේ හිටපු නැති කෙනෙක්. but අපි අර කතා කරනකොට මම ඔයාලට කියලා ඉති මතක තියාගන්න කියලා. Pulse code modulation එකේ වෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ analog signal එකක් මේගොල්ලෝ interval කරනවා. intervals වලට කඩලා ඒ intervals වලට against එයාව digital එකකට convert කරගන්න. right? මේකේ මේගොල්ලෝ පොඩි ක්‍රමවේදයක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා මේ විදිහටම නෙවෙයි මේක මේ manage වෙන්නේ. I'm just drawing it, right? එතකොට analog signal එකට against එයාට අදාළ digital signal එක manage කරගන්න, right? ඒක තමයි analog එකක් digital එකකට sample කරගන්න පුළුවන් method එක, right? decoding වලදී මොකද වෙන්නේ? decoding වලදී අපි කරන්නේ digital signal එකක්ම digital එකකටයි අපි settle කරගන්නේ, right? So the fourth one is going to be the answer. ඔය PCM ගැන ගොඩක් තැන්වල අහලා තියෙන නිසා පොඩක් මතක තියාගන්න. analog එක කෙනෙක් digital represent කරන්න පාවිච්චි කරන එක කෙනෙක් PCM කියන්නේ pulse code modulation, right? Then comes the 17th. Given below are some characteristics of transmission control protocol and the user datagram protocol. Yes. So they are asking which of the above are characteristics of the UDP, user datagram protocol. So TCP වලට මතක තියාගන්න කියලා කිව්වේ මම email එකක්. UDP වලට මම මතක තියාගන්න කියලා කිව්වේ live streaming, right? So best suited for the application that need high reliability and where the transmission time is less critical. This is good with the TCP. If it is high reliability needed, it's a TCP you need. If you are not considering about the time fact, TCP is the one. Faster and requires fewer resources. Faster means you need UDP. Guarantee that no packets are missing. No packets are missing will be guaranteed by the TCP. Packet may not arrive in order. In order, not arrive in order. That means unordered delivery done by the UDP. Because TCP is doing in order delivery or an ordered delivery. Used for voice communication over internet. This is voice communication over internet. It's UDP. මොකද voice communication වලදී අපි බලන්නේ අපි කියනකොට කියන එක ඒකට එහා පැත්තට ඇහෙන්නේ. That means faster, the quickness is matters. ඒක සමහර වෙලාවට අපිට අර කැඩි කැඩි ඇහෙන්නේ. කැඩි කැඩි ඇහෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ එහා පැත්තෙන් එන data ඔක්කොම අපිට එන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. ඒක එහෙම වුණාම ආයෙසරක් එක අපිට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? ඒ TCP over එක කරනවා කියලා එහෙම තමයි කරන්නේ. එයා පැත්තේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම ටික අරගෙන ටික වෙලාවක් ගිහින් තමයි අපිට ගෙනත් දෙන්නේ. මූලික කාලෙදී communication වල තිබුණේ voice over communication වල තිබුණේ TCP type එකක්. ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරලා ටික වෙලාවකට පස්සේ තමයි අපිට ඇහෙන්නේ. ඒක conversation තියාගෙන හරි අමාරුයි. Right? So UDP goes with what? E and B and D. So B, D and E. Fifth one. Right? Array 17th, 15th. Right. Then 18th. Online අය clear වෙන දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් solve කරන්න කරලා අහන්න. Which of the following is an example for the use of client server model? Okay. A user printing a document using a printer connected to her computer. A user printing a document using a printer connected to her computer. So client server model means there will be a separate computer which is giving the service and the other one is there to receive the service. Right? So a user printing a document using a printer connected to her computer means there is no client server. අපේම computer එකට printer එකක් fix කරලා print කරන එක. It's nothing about client server. So this is not. That means the answers which contains A is not eligible. That means first one is gone, fourth one is gone. A bank customer accessing online banking services with a web browser. Yes. So it is a client server model because the banking services are on a bank server or application server. So when we are going through a particular web browser means we are accessing a server, right? So we are the client, bank server is the server part, right? So B must be in your answer. That means C only is gone. A cashier of a shop that accepts payments by a credit card. Yes. Again, hold on. A cashier of a shop that accepts payments by credit cards. Now, for the credit card transaction, you need a client server operation because card එක swipe කරන machine එක තමයි client විදිහට වැඩ කරන්නේ. Details අරගන්නේ payment gateway එක service එක දෙන bank එක ඔය කියන තැන. Right? So details will be taken from a different place, which is a server. Fifth part උත්තරේ පහද උත්තරේ PNC 18th 5 main 5 උත්තරේ oh. So the fifth one is going to be the answer, B and C only. 19th. Yeah. Yes. Sender A wants to send a message hello to receiver B. Before sending the message, it is converted to IFMMP. මේක තව හොඳ potential question එකක් මේ encryption පැත්තෙන් අහන්න කියලා. ඔයගලන්ට structured එකකටත් මේක කරකවන්න පුළුවන්. Which of the following is correct with respect to the scenario? So hello is the plain text while IFMMP is the ciphertext. දැන් මේකේ තියෙන මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ තව චුට්ටක් විතර explain වුණා නම් හොඳයි. But if you think about the hello, ඔයාට ඕක figure out වෙනවා මේ තුන්වෙනි එක කියවනකොට. +1 is the encryption key while -1 is the decryption. ඒ කියන්නේ +1 කියලා කියන්නේ මේ තියෙන අකුර එකකින් වැඩි කරා. එතකොට h වලට පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ i. එතකොට hi වෙනවා. e වලට පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ f. L වලට පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ M. නිසා මෙතනටත් M. O වලට පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ P. එතකොට මෙයා +1 වලින් දැම්මම හැදෙන්නේ IFFMMP කියලා තමයි. ඒ කියන්නේ encrypt වෙන්නේ එක අකුරක් shift වෙලා encrypt වෙනවා. එතකොට hello කියන එක කීයරවත් mean වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද? It's a simple encryption technique. එතකොට මේ යන්නේ +1. එක අගයක් වැඩි කරන්න. එතකොට මෙයා decrypt කරන්න වුණාම -1. එක අගයක් අඩු කරන්න. Right? So hello is the plain text while IFMM is the ciphertext. This is correct. IFMMP is the result of applying ASCII code to the hello. No, it is wrong. This is correct. +1 is the encryption key while -1 is the decryption key. That is correct as well. So A and C only. Hi. ස්ට්‍රක්චර්ඩ් ප්‍රශ්නයකට දීලා අහන්න පුළුවන් වචනයක් දීලා මෙයාට මෙන්න මේ විදිහේ ඇල්ගොරිතම් එකක් දැම්මොත් මොන විදිහේ එකක් එන්ක්‍රිප්ට් වෙලා එන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. right? ඕකට කියන්නේ අහනවා නම් ඕකට බොහොම සරලයකින් තමයි අහන්නේ. ඔය වගේ එකක් තමයි අහන්න පුළුවන්. right? එතකොට ඕගොල්ලන්ට අපි හිතමුකෝ වචනයක් නැතුව හිස් තැන් තියෙනවා වගේ දුන්නොත් හිස් තරක් කන්වර්ට් වෙන්නේ මොන වගේ එකකටද? ඒ වගේ ඒවා ඒගොල්ලෝ දෙයි +1 දක්වන මොන වගේ කනකද ඔයා යන්නේ. අර ඔයගලන්ට ASCII codes දීලා හදලා දීපු ප්‍රශ්න දීපේ වගුව දීලා අන්න ඒකට සමාන ප්‍රශ්නයක් ස්ට්‍රක්චර් දාන්න පුළුවන්. right? So 19 is the third one. Then 24th. Which of the following lists the activities of structured system analysis and design methodology in the correct order? Okay. It's a simple one. Feasibility study, yes. Requirement analysis is the one which is done very first. So feasibility study වලින් පටන් ගන්නවා නම් ඒක වැරදි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ භාගයක් නම් දීලා තියෙන ගැටලුවක් වෙනවා. Right? So requirement analysis, logical system specification, feasibility study, requirement specification. No. Requirement analysis එක කරාම තමයි requirement specification එකට යන්න පුළුවන්. Then we can go for the feasibility study. Then we can go for the physical design. Then the system development. Fifth one is the correct answer. Right? First four things are wrong. Right? Clear the maker? 24th. Then 25th. Yes. Assume that the following is the level 1 DFD for this system. Okay. Which of the following contains the suitable replacement for PQ, R, and S? All right, let's see. Yes. They say a system that gives the list of closest taxi driver to passenger is to be developed. Answer the question, yes. Closest passenger. Is it there? Is it there? Oh, that's a problem. Is it there? Oh, yes. Not today. Feasibility study, requirement analysis, requirement specification. Feasibility study. Requirement analysis. 24th masukkan barang. Feasibility study. Requirement analysis තියෙන්නේ. Preliminary investigation. Yes. ළමයි මගේ අතින් ඒක වැරදිුනේ. 24 preliminary investigation කියලා එකක් නේ අපි මුලින්ම කරන්නේ. Right? එහෙම ගත්තම preliminary investigation කරනවා ඊට පස්සේ feasibility study ඊට පස්සේ තමයි analysis. يعني ඊට පස්සේ තමයි spec එක යන්නේ. Then the logical system spec එකයි physical design එකයි. Yes. Second one is the correct answer. Yes. Sorry, my bad. Right, so for 24th it's the second one, not the fifth one. Right? So the 25th. Assume that the following is the level 1 DFT for this system. Which of the following contain the suitable replacement for PQ, R, and S for the above system? So it says a system that gives the list of closest taxi drivers to a passenger is to be developed. Closest taxi driver to the passenger. Okay, passenger is there. So what it's going to be? P is going to be the location. R is going to be the, anyway, it's going to be a process, right? So, yeah, passenger will enter the location. What we have here is P is location. Method location, method location, NIC number, passenger code, passenger code. Okay. So it most probably it can be a location or a passenger code. And Q, there are driver code and location. Driver code is there. Driver code and location is there. NIC number is there. Here driver code. This is location. And R, get passenger and driver locations, get passenger and driver details, get passenger and driver NIC number, get passenger and driver codes, get passenger and driver location. And from that process to another process is make closest taxi driver list. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be since the passenger is given the closest taxi driver list, here they have to enter the location of the passenger. So this couldn't be the answer, neither this nor this. Taxi driver should give his location as well as the taxi driver's code. Yeah, taxi driver's code will be needed since they have to list it down. So Q should be driver code and location. Yes. So according to that, second one is going to be the correct answer. Is it the second one? Yes. So not the first one, not the any of it. So second one is going to be the answer. Right, 25th. Then 27th. Yeah, which of the following gives a suitable order of activities to follow when a developing system that involves a database? Okay. So design the database, draw the DFD, draw the ER diagram, do the coding, write the pseudocodes. Which of the following gives a suitable order of activities to follow when developing a system involves database? Okay. We can't go for the designing database straight away, right? For that, we need an ER diagram. So if they do the ER diagram later, designing the database earlier, that means it's an incorrect answers. And here again, they have done the draw the ER designing the database earlier, incorrect. And yeah, here they say draw the data flow diagram, draw the ER diagram, design the database, write the pseudocode, do the coding. The fifth one, it says draw the ER diagram, do the coding, write the pseudocodes. No. Here the problem is to do the coding, we need the pseudocodes. So pseudocodes cannot be come after the coding. So it is wrong. So the fourth one is going to be the correct answer. Right? So for 27th, it's the fourth one. Correct? 28th. Yes. Which of the following statement are correct about acceptance testing? Acceptance testing is done by the client. So it says acceptance testing is done when the user requirement of the software are analyzed. No, acceptance testing is done once the system is done, not just after the user requirements of the software are analyzed. So this is going to be an incorrect one. An essential activity is acceptance testing is checking through the conditional statements and loops in the code? No. Checking through the conditional statements and loops that can be done by a programmer. It is happening inside the unit test, not the acceptance test. A programming techniques තේරෙන්නේ program. ඒක හොයාගන්න වෙන්නේ unit test එක කරලා. Acceptance එක කරන්නේ black box test එකක් විතරයි. User may refuse to accept the software after the acceptance test. Yes. එයාට acceptance test එක accept කරන්නේ. එයා ඉල්ලපු දේ නෙවෙයි නම් තියෙන්නේ, he can refuse. So the answer is going to be the third one. C only. 28. C only. Is it? It is the answer. Third one. 29th. Which of the following statement is correct about software deployment? Right, deployment, we got 4 types of deployments, which is direct, parallel, pace, and pilot. So direct deployment has the highest risk of complete failure, but maybe the only suitable methods for some cases. Direct deployment has the highest risk of complete failure, but maybe the only suitable methods for some cases. Yeah, that's supposed to be the correct one. Direct deployment is the most expensive and offers slowest learning to the users. 50 විතර ගන්න පුළුවන් එක්කෙනෙක්. Parallel deployment is the least expensive කියලා කියන්න බෑ parallel, because you have to go with the old system and the new system as well. So it is fairly expensive. So this is wrong for sure. Pace deployment does not provide the freedom for the relevant organization to make any needed adjustment to the system. No, when you are doing the pace deployment, it will allow pace කියන්නේ කොටසෙන් කොටසට යන්නේ pace එකෙන් pace එක. So if you want anything to be changed, you can. So that can also be taken out. Pilot deployment always rolls out the new system to the test user group larger than 50% of the user. No, pilot deployment, it is done for the small portion of the users, not larger than 50%. අපි pilot එක කරන්නේ පොඩි sample එකකට. ඒක okay නම් තමයි ඔක්කොටම apply කරන්නේ. Right? So this cannot be. Yeah, Katila, yeah. Second one, ඒක slowest learning කියන එක questionable තමයි. Right, so the most appropriate, it seems to be the first one. 29th, first answer. Yeah, so the most suitable one is going to be the first one. Second එක ටිකක් 50-50 chance එකක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Right, then the 30th. Which of the following statement is correct? Business process re-engineering help to modify the existing business practice to fit with commercial off-the-shelf software. Yes, business process re-engineering means how you are going to take a COT system into your existing business process. එතනදී gap එකක් කොච්චර gap එකක් තියෙනවද අපේ system එකයි අලුතෙන් ගන්න system එකයි ඒක bridge කරගන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒ වෙනුවෙන් අපි අපේ business process එක change කරන්න ඕනේද? නැත්නම් COT system එක configure කරගන්න ඕනද? ඒ කියන ඔක්කොම දේවල් ටික කතා බහ කරන්න පුළුවන්. So this could be fairly correct statement. User may have to pay for certain features of the COTs even if those are not needed. Definitely. Neither. MS Word ගැන හිතන්නකෝ අපි software එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනකොට Word වල tools කොච්චරක් දීලා තිබ්බත් අපි පාවිච්චි කරලා අපිට ඕන ටික විතරයි. Right? But we have already paid for all the for the entire product. A well-developed custom software can bring a competitive advantage to the organization. Again, it's true, right? Because custom software means it's only for them, right? So it is a competitive advantage. So everything is correct. Fifth answer. All right. 30 seconds. Consider the following result and subject table to answer the questions from 32nd to 35th. Which of the following is most suited to be selected as the primary key of the result table? Result table, primary key. Okay. What do we have here? We can't take student number. This is being repeated. Can we take the NIC? This is the same NIC. Yes. Yeah, it's the same NIC. Same name. Subject IDs. English, physics, accounting, English. This is being repeated. And grades are there. So individually, we won't be able to finalize a particular primary key, right? So what are the answers that they have given? Yes. NIC cannot be taken alone. So this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. Student number and NIC. No, student number and NIC goes together, right? A particular student number has the same NIC. That means this combination is also done. So this is the correct answer. Student number and subject ID. 33rd. What is the correct SQL statement to retrieve the values of attributes, student number, subject name, and grade? The values of student number, subject name, and grade. Student number, subject name, and grade. Yes. So to find student number, subject name, and grade, we have to take both the tables. So the foreign key is going to be the subject ID. Right? So it should be a select. You can say student number, comma, grade, comma, subject name from results, comma, subjects, where results of subject ID equals subject dot subject ID. You can go for something like that. Right? Let's see what they have said. Select result dot student number, subject dot subject name, result dot grade from result inner join on result inner join on result dot subject ID equals subject dot subject ID. Okay, seems to මෙන්න මෙතනයි ගැටලුව තියෙන්නේ. From results. මෙන්න ළමයි. මෙතන මෙයා එක table එකයි specify කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Same goes over here. Right? මෙන්න මෙතන මෙයා කියලා තියෙනවා results inner join subjects. In result dot subject ID equals subject dot subject ID. මෙතනත් result එකයි subject එකයි හරියට fetch කරගෙන තියෙනවා. මෙතනත් result එකයි subject එකයි fetch කරගෙන තියෙනවා. මේක inner join එකක් මේගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා නේ. inner join conflict වෙන තැනක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. 33rd එකට මොකද උත්තරේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ? අමින්ද result of student all the way in. So result of subject ID, result of student number, result of student number, result of student number, subject name, subject name, subject name. With very from result image on subject and result of subject ID. Oh, so together, right? ඒගොල්ලෝ inner join එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන එක නම් අවුල් නැහැ. කමන්නේ ඒක මේකෙන් learn කරගන්න වෙනවා හැබැයි. From result inner join subject on the in එකයි on එකයි දෙකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. කොමින් ළමයි. right. තමයි මෙන්න මේක ගැන පොඩි note එකක් දාගන්න. මොකද මේ මම කියන්නම් කොතනද මේක මම මුලින් කියලා ඉන්නම්. right. දැන් අපි අපේ syllabus එකේ joins ගැන කතා කරලා අපිට නිකන් කියලා තියෙන්නේ simple join එකක් ගැන කතා කරන්න කියලා. නමුත් මේගොල්ලෝ අහලා තියෙන නිසා inner join එක ලියනකොට like it's the same way. You can go to the select, you can tell what are the column names from which table or which tables, right? So the tables දෙක consider කරනකොට තමයි මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ මේ change එක අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ. පේනවද? මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ අරගෙන තියෙනවා column names ටික from table 1, from table 1, then the keyword inner join, then we mention the second table, right? Then we say the onward, then we say what are the columns that are being tallied with each other. Right? Then online අය මේක ලියාගත්තද? තව තියන්න ඕනද? right. දැන් මේක තමයි දැන් අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත විදිහට මේක match කරනකොට වෙන්නේ එකම වෙනස. So the fourth one is going to be the correct answer. So we have to say select the same selection from අපි ලියන්නේ පුරුදුනේ results, subjects කියලා. Right? So මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ වැඩිපුර පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන word එක තමයි මේ inner join කියන එකයි ඊට පස්සේ මේ where එක දෙන්නේ නැතුව on එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා. හරි. අපිට මේකම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Select result.student number, subject.subject name, result.grade from results, subjects, where result.subject id equals subject.subject id. right? ඒකම තමයි මේගොල්ලෝ inner join එක use කරලා ලියලා තියෙන දැන්. මේක මේකේ කතා කරලා තියෙන නිසා ඔය inner join එක පොඩ්ඩක් ওই විදිහට බලන්න. right? Right. 34. Which of the following is the correct statement about result table? Result table. Yeah, but page නැති එක තමයි ගැට. Okay, hold on. මම යාව දෙපැත්තෙන් බලන්න. All the non-key attributes are fully functionally dependent on the primary key. So, බලමු result එක නම් මම මේක පොතෙන් refer කරන්න ළමයි. common නෑ උඩ පහළ ගිහින් තමයි බලන්න. All non-primary key තියෙන කොහොමද? All non-primary key attributes are dependent on the primary key attribute. Okay? Right. So the primary key attributes here we have decided the primary key attributes of what? Student number and subject ID was the primary key. So all non-primary key attributes are dependent on the primary key. It does not because NIC depends on the student number. First name depends on the student number. Subject ID, we can consider it as a foreign key, but since they are saying it is the student number and the subject ID are the primary keys. So grade is the only one which depends on both subject ID as well as the student number. Right? So පළවෙනි එක්කෙනා හරි කියලා අපිට ගන්න බෑ. Right? This is going to be an incorrect one. It has one candidate key. One candidate key. No. There is no candidate keys as I remember. Oh, candidate වෙන්න පුළුවන් කෙනෙක් නෑ. Primary වෙන්න පුළුවන් දෙන්නම primary එකට අරගෙන තියෙනවා. Student number and subject number. So you can't have any candidate keys. Candidate key means like the things that could be a primary key. Anyway, now when the primary key is selected, you can't have candidate keys. It's the alternative keys that we have. It is in the first normal form. Yes, we can say it is in the first normal form because it does not have any unwanted repetition of data. Right? And the data is in atomic form. It is in the second normal form? No. Why? Second normal form, නෑ කියලා කියන්නේ what? There are partial dependencies. Like if you go and see, first name and NIC only depends on the student number. So it's partial dependency. So it is not in second normal form. The cardinality of the table is 4. Cardinality. Let me 1 second. Right. And what do you mean by the cardinality of a table? Table like cardinality and number of records. Right. So here you got 5 records. So cardinality is 5, not 4. Degree කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Number of columns. So the degree of the table is also 5. Cardinality of the table is also 5. Right? So remember those facts. ඔය cardinality ගැන සෑහෙන කාලයකට කලින් එක තැනක කතා කරලා තිබුණා. So the cardinality of the table is 4 means wrong. Cardinality means number of records. Right? So the correct answer is going to be the third one for 34. 35th. which dependency is removed when when converting the results table to the next normal form? Not the foreign key dependency. Fully functional dependency of non-key attributes on the primary key. Fully functional dependency of non-key attributes. No. Fully functional dependency of non-key attributes on the primary key. No. Multi-value dependency. No. Partial dependency of non-key attributes of the primary key. This is the one which is being taken out. Not the transitive dependency. For 35th, it's the fourth one. Is the answer. Right? මොකද තිබ්බේ partial dependency එක. මතකයි student ID එකත් එක්ක NIC එකයි student name එකයි. Those are the partial dependencies. So අපි ආ ඊළඟ එකට ගන්නකොට cancel වෙන්නේ ඒ දෙන්නේ. 38th. Okay. A teacher of a programming class draws the following diagram and asks the student to identify the components indicated by A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. So A, B, C, D, and E are the object codes. All right. So yeah. Yes, so the A should be source code, E should be executable code. Right, so A is compiler, B is executable for C is look at this object code. Yeah. So the A is going to be a source code, so we can't take 1, 2, and 3. So the after the source code, if this is the source code, this should be a compiler or interpreter. So according to their answers, B is coming as a compiler. Is it fifth one is the answer? Is it the fifth one is the answer, right? Yeah, so this is the source code. This should be the compiler. Then this is going to be an object code. That object code, then D is obviously it's going to be a linker. And the last one is the executable code. This one is the executable code. Right, so these linkers, this linker is doing, it will link other object codes with this object code. Right, sorry, here you got the object code, not here. Right, the linkers la karanne වටේ තියෙන තව object codes තියෙනවා නම් final code එක executable code එකට යන්න කලින් link කරනවා. තව හැදිලා තියෙන. ඒතර ඒවා program object codes කීපයක් වෙනවා. Right, then from here this linker is linking all these object codes together and create the executable code. right? So the fifth one is going to be the answer. Right. Fourth. 40th. Yes. Right. ළමයි programming ටික එන නිසා ওই ටික අපි ඊළඟ week එකේ කතා කරමු. Right? මට පොඩ්ඩක් අපහසුයි මේ කැස්සා යනවා මේ වෙනකොට. Right. හරි. ඒතකොට අන්තිම සති දෙක ඉස්සරහට එන්නේ. ඒ සති දෙකේ නේද මේක ඉවර කරගන්න ඕන චුට්ටක් රැගෙන ඉන්න බලන්න ඉන්න. Right? online අය මේ තව පොඩ්ඩක් විතර රැ වෙනකන් ඉන්න බලන් ඉන්න. පැය භාගයක් විතර. ඒක අපිට වැඩි ඉවර කරගන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. හරි ළමයි ගිහින් එන්න මේ මම ඔයගලගේ group එකට exam time table එක දාලා free time plan කියලා කිව්වනේ. ඔව් ඒකට ඔයගලන්ට settle වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නම් එන්න ඕන දවස් මොනවද කියන එක මට පොඩ්ඩක් specify කරන්න. හරි. right ගිහින් එන්න ළමයි එහෙනම්. අදට මෙතනින් අතර කරමු. right thank you very much. මේක ෆොටෝ එකක් දාලා. හරි ළමයි good night. thank you.